back in this thing. Back with a brand new video for y'all, man. So, the difference between the so-called bad boys and nice guys when it comes to dating, it's really only one thing that separates the two, right? It's only one trait that separates the nice guys from finish last and the bad boys from getting all the girls that they want, right? And a bad boy is just somebody that's indifferent, right? That's all a bad boy mean. It don't mean you gotta be abusive. Don't mean you gotta be a murderer, this, that, and the third. Nah. It's just you don't care. You're indifferent. And that's the biggest thing that separates the two, right? Is because nice guys tend to overthink, overanalyze. You nice guys get caught up in what to say to a woman, what not to say. Oh, should I double text her? Should I ask her out? Nice guys drive themselves crazy because for one, they're not being honest. They're pretending to be nice, but they want something else, right? They just go about it a different way. They think if I put on this nice guy front, she's going to see that I'm harmless and I'm going to be able to get what I want. And it doesn't work out that way because, again, women can smell when you're trying to be too nice and because you're desperate and you're needy and you just want something. It's a big turnoff, right? So on the opposite side of the spectrum, when you got the bad boy, aka Mr. Indifferent, he doesn't care about the outcome, right? All bad boys do is, okay, I want this girl, I'm going to show I'm interested. We're going to have a good time. And if she fuck with me, she fuck with me. He's not going to be over texting, thinking, oh, I shouldn't say that. Nah. Matter of fact, that's what turns women on when you have the confidence to be who you are, regardless of how she thinks about you. That's what's going to get women attracted to you, right? Because here's another thing. Women, so when it comes to nice guys, don't get me wrong. They'll use them, right? That's why a lot of nice guys get used. A lot of nice guys want to pay for the nails, want to pay for the hair, want to pay for lunch. And don't get it twisted. A woman will use a nice guy to the fullest, but he's not going to get any sexual attention from her, right? He's not going to get what he really wants because he's doing too much. He's trying too hard. And anybody that tries too hard, you come across as cheap. You come across as low value. Why would she want to be with a nice guy who, if he's doing that, all that for her, if he's going out his way, bending over backwards to please her, she knows he'll do the same thing for the other chick, right? Because it was so easy for him to do it to her. But on the opposite side, the bad boy, if she got to jump through hoops for him and she got to put in effort for him, then she knows he's not easily just going to be out here necessarily chasing after every girl, right? Because he understands his value. See, one thing as a guy, dating becomes easier when you realize, right? A girl either going to like you or not like you, right? You either going to be you and y'all gonna be compatible, or you gonna be you and y'all gonna be incompatible. But either way, it's a win-win for you, my guy, because if she doesn't like you, that means y'all not compatible, right? That means you won't have to deal with somebody who disrespects you, who makes you jump through hoops. You pretty much take out the trash. And if she do like you, that mean, okay, that's a woman that's going to be on your program. That's a woman that's going to submit. That's a woman that's going to put in the work and the effort to get to know you, right? And that's what we want. We want to work smarter, not harder. So if you ever find yourself having to raise a woman's interest level, having to you're psyching yourself out, going crazy because you feel like you're putting in all the work and she's not reciprocating. If you ever find yourself in that position, it's better to just walk away and know that it's another girl who will be better suited for you and it'll be way less work, right? Because here's another thing. Nice guys tend to be, they have a scarce mindset, right? So they feel like, oh, I don't get a lot of women, so I gotta hold on to just one girl, right? If I don't have her, I'm not whole, I'm not complete. I barely get some, what. So when I do come across some, I gotta make sure I lock it down. Nah. Anything in life that you try to lock down, you try to control, you try to go after too much, it's gonna run away from you because you're sending that energy of lack. it the universe mirrors you. So if you tell the universe, look, I don't have this girl, I need this girl to feel complete, the universe gonna say, yeah, you don't have her and you're not gonna have her because you're operating out of lack. But if you tell the universe, look, yeah, I want this girl. If you had that energy, yeah, I like her, but I'm gonna be okay regardless because I know if I don't get Stacy, then I know maybe Lisa will like me, right? Maybe Angelica would like me, maybe Suzanne would like me, whoever. But you know that it's plenty opportunities, right? It's plenty more opportunities, and that's why bad boys have abundant mindset because they know how women operate. They've been there, they've done that, and they tend to get more, what, because they have a take it or leave it attitude. They know it's not the end of the world. All right. Just because it's the end of a world with one girl, don't mean it's the end of your world. You feel me? It's always more out there waiting. So the biggest difference is just being indifferent, right? That's the biggest difference between success and failure, pretty much, when it comes to women. It's caring too much and not caring to the point where it stops you from being you and living your life. So if you made it this far, I want you to put indifferent in the comments, and give your boy some thoughts, some feedback to the next video. You already know what it is. It's lit.